Before we start the Squid Games pitch meeting versus honest trailer, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that's been supporting the channel. So me and the gold members decided to give back a little bit here, and today we will be giving away a $50 gift card. Sick. So we're going to scratch this off real quick. Hopefully this works. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And it's first comes, first serve. Thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting the channel. We really do appreciate it. Thank you everyone who helped us reach this milestone. And we really appreciate everything. If it's not visible in the camera, I will post up. First come, first serve. Anyway, good luck. And now let's get into this very fun reaction video.
The following trailer is rated S for spoilers.
For spoilers. I've heard the rated R for retarded. I think that was the funniest one I've ever seen. What the hell? Whoa.
Netflix, home of zombie killers and elaborate headgear, and 500,000 shows about shy teens in love. But now, catch the intense global sensation that's making Americans whose only exposure to Battle Royale concepts is Fortnite, and whose only exposure to Korean film is Parasite. Say, I'm getting serious Parasite meets Fortnite vibes from this.
Facts.
Squid Game.
Seoul's hottest extreme competition is Squid Game. This show has everything. Dramatic life or death stakes, PlayStation controller cosplay, human furniture,
PlayStation
old men
controller
soiling themselves,
cosplay.
organ harvesting, and you can do a human marble, which is that thing where you play marbles with your best friend until one of you loses the will to compete.
Ooh.
These very different strangers will face off in a series of children's games for a shot at 45 billion Korean won, which works out to, let's see here, I'm trying to carry the one.
Looks like 54 million.
About 3 Lindsay Lohan furry NFTs. But for the losers, there's a different kind of prize. Piping hot lead.
Yeah, the kills are brutal. The kills are brutal. They're vicious. These guys are vicious. So some of them are kids, eh?
The point is, they die. In this colorful hybrid of social commentary and thriller that invites you to pass judgment on the creepy dudes in masks, watching all of this go down for their own entertainment. I mean, what kind of sick society would even ask people to hurt themselves for your entertainment? I mean, right? Ugh, gross to even think about it. High five! Never mind, it's pretty funny. Experience the Black Mirror fanfic that dares to ask, what if the weird middle-aged people who exclusively read dystopian YA have to experience their horrors firsthand? And meet Gi-hun, a stand-in for every male TV writer in that he's a good guy at heart, but a bad dad. He'll get one chance at redemption if he can win the Squid Game. Unfortunately, he's bad at killing. However, he is elite at standing next to people getting killed. But he's not alone. Fighting alongside Gi-hun is his childhood friend Song-woo, apparently the only guy from Seoul who got into college.
아, 쌍문동의 사람 서울대 조성우가?
서울대 나왔어요. 경영학과. 어머, 서울대 경영학과요?
서울대 경영학과 수석 입학 조성우가 뭐가 걱정이야? 내가 서울대 경영학과 수석 입학. 역시 여기는 서울대 경영학과.
I like the edit.
Who makes it really far into the competition because he's the only one old enough to have played games outside as a kid.
소시적에 고향에서 뒷달리기를 해봤는데
Oh, thanks.
솔직히 많이 했지.
Dog-Soo, a thug who leads the Squid Game's toughest Squid Gang, which isn't saying much. They don't so much jump you in as let you stand next to them while you eat a sad hard-boiled egg. Saebyo, an uncomfortable reminder to Westerners that North Korea is a real place with actual people in it.
북에선 왜 내려온 거야? 여기가 나은 줄 알고.
Han Min-yo, the wild card who's basically Nick Cage reincarnated as a Korean lady. And some random dudes who made it into the final 16. We can only assume did all their horrible but tragically justified shit at some point off camera. But while this crew squares off in ultimate stakes foursquare, take a peek behind the scenes of the most brutal show to work for since Ellen. From the Among Us crewmates who do all the dirty work, to the financial backers who I'm pretty sure are Tommy Lee Jones from JFK.
Such a beautiful number! 69!
Nice. Together, they form pop culture's go-to indictment of capitalism, killing the poors for sport, or making them turn on each other for a big prize. Oof, I forgot about Rat Race. I would kill my best friend just to not see Smash Mouth live. So strap in for the violent, chaotic, but also quietly heartbreaking global sensation that blessed us with some of 2021's easiest group Halloween costumes. Proves there's still an audience for original content if it's, you know, good. And a truly depressing number of people relate to being so broke that you'd beat your childhood bestie to death. But no raising the minimum wage. If Jack in the Box tacos cost more than $1, that's socialism, brother. Starring...
Stop.
I'm from Seoul, but I'm not a soldier.
Always pull them account.
Oh, that's Cho Sang-woo. He went to college at SMU for business. Smart guy. A literal old boy. Assistant to the regional manager. Sadness Everdeen. Never squid with crazy. And sensitive thugs. Y'all need hugs.
He had that one coming. That was so stupid.
The Bummer Olympics. Oh, right. There was that whole subplot about the cop who was infiltrating the Squid Game. Should we go back and, like, figure out something to say about him to tie all this in, or...? Nah. Something that I suggest for a change. I've been trying to get you to say one of my YouTube comments for years.
Let's see if
Roses are
Pitch did any
gray,
better.
violets are gray. I am a dog. I'm Dr. Henry Killinger, and
These
this
comments.
is my magic murder bag. Sushi.
So, you have a new series for me? Yes, sir, I do. Well, actually, this comes from our team in South Korea.
I like the glasses.
Oh, interesting. Now,
I like the
are
glasses.
you Korean? I'm not, no. Okay, and you're sure? Yes. Because, you know, you look like someone I might cast to play an Asian character in a movie. Yeah. And, you know, please stop doing that kind of thing. Well, no promises. So tell me about this show. Well, sir, it's called Squid Game. Okay, so this is like in the Shark Tale cinematic universe? Ah, well, actually, no, sir, because that's not a thing that exists. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, so this is a show where a bunch of desperate people play in children's games for the chance to win a bunch of money. How much money are we talking? 45.6 billion. Whoa. South Korean won. Which is also a lot in US dollars. Okay, great, awesome. So we're gonna follow this guy named Gi-hun, right? Okay, and he owes a bunch of money to loan sharks. Yeah, from Shark Tale? Nope, and so after a guy in a suit slaps him around in a subway station a little bit, he gets invited to participate in this event that can help him clear his debt. Oh, getting slapped around by a guy in a suit is tight. Okay, and so he gets picked up in this van and some gas knocks him unconscious, and he wakes up in this weird place with a bunch of other people. Oh boy, and so what's the deal with this place? Well, everybody's in a numbered tracksuit, and there are very angry PlayStation buttons watching everybody. What? So then these 456 players go into this other area to play a big game of red light, green light. And what's that? Ah, well, see, you can only move forward when this massive, horrifying doll isn't looking at you. Oh my god. And if the doll sees you move, you get shot and killed. Wait, what is this show? So people start freaking out and running around, and 255 people get brutally murdered. What is happening? What is going on? Ah, well, see, the catch is this is a super secret organization with insane surveillance, and if you lose in a game, you die. Oh, very messed up. Yeah, it also turns out this cop who's following a lead on his missing brother, he's infiltrating this whole operation. Man, that's gonna be hard to do with all the crazy surveillance. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, he just sneaks onto this boat that's bringing players to this place, and he kills one of the PlayStation buttons and puts his uniform and mask on. He just kills someone at the beginning of the investigation? Yes, he doesn't even know what's going on yet. Yeah, so he just does a casual little murder because he needs the right clothes to keep investigating. Okay. And then he just kind of goes with the flow and pretends that he works there from there on out, and it keeps working. So he's like good at improv, passable at best. He keeps being like, hey, what are you guys talking about? And the other guards are like, you know what we're talking about. You were there for the thing we're talking about. Very suspicious. Yeah, but somehow he keeps getting away with it. So he's sneaking around the whole time collecting evidence. With what? With his smartphone, and unlike everybody in the games, this thing just won't die. Oh, neat. Anyway, so then the second game they need to play is this one where they need to cut specific shapes out of honeycomb candy without breaking the candy. Oh, yikes. So then Gi-hun figures out that if you lick the candy, that helps a lot, so he survives with like a second left, which is kind of his thing. Oh, solving problems by licking things is tight. I never want to hang out with you. So the players realize that if they kill each other during the off time, that improves their odds of winning. How do they realize that? Egg. What? So then at bedtime when the lights go out, it gets super violent. Players are gonna die? Oh yeah, a whole bunch of players are gonna die, and possibly a couple of epileptic viewers at home as well. Very cool. Wait, what was that last part? And then the next game is a tug of war where if you lose, you fall to your death. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so pretty much all the main characters are on one team, and then a bunch of random people are on the other. Oh man, I wonder what team is gonna win. Oh, well get this, the team with all the main characters wins. Oh. Yeah, the team with all the random unimportant characters we don't know, that team doesn't win. Oh man, I did not see that coming. Very unpredictable for sure. So then after that, they're gonna play the marble game. What's that one? Well, everybody has to pick a partner, right? And then they find out that with their partner, they have to play whatever marble game they want, and the loser dies. Oh no. So there's this Ali guy who's just the sweetest man, you know, not the brightest, but super loyal. Oh man, yeah, that sounds like a great guy. Yeah, so he gets betrayed and shot in the head and dies. Oh, ouch, that hurts right here. And this girl from North Korea bonds with someone seemingly for the first time in her life. It's very nice. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was kind of
one
weird.
One of them's gonna die. Yeah, so then her new friend gets shot in the head and dies. Oh, I don't like how this episode makes me feel. And also, Gi-hun is teamed up with this sweet old man, and he ends up having to take advantage of this man's dementia in order to survive. Oh boy, okay. That's a lot. And so then after that game, the VIPs are gonna show up. The VIPs? Well, they're these super rich elite types in animal masks, and they're here to watch the games and bet on them. Well, why are they just showing up now? Well, you know how when people go see like sporting events, they always show up just moments before they end? That's not accurate. And so I was thinking in terms of the VIPs, it might be cool if, you know, writing and character and acting wise, they all just, you know, came close to ruining the whole show. What? Just bring everything down several notches. I thought that might be fun. I guess. So then for the next game, they need to cross this super long bridge with pairs of glass panels, each made of tempered glass or regular glass. Oh, and they need to try to step on the tempered glass with every step? Exactly. There's no other way they could get across. What are the panels held up with? Some long beams on which they can definitely cross. Okay. And so then eventually by the final game, there's just the main guy and his childhood friend left, and they need to play the Squid Game. That's the name of the show. It is. So what are the rules of this game? Barely matters, because they're pretty much just gonna fight to the death. Oh. And his friend ends up killing himself, so Gi-hun wins. Oh, he does? And that cop finds out that this secret masked guy who was like running the whole game, it's actually his missing brother. Wait, how long was his brother missing? Oh, well, see, he missed his last rent payment, so that's what sent the cop on this search. This guy's running a massive secret organization and he doesn't have a system in place to pay his rent? That's what we're going with. So then the cop gets shot in the shoulder and falls. Falls where? All the way into season 2 if necessary.
If necessary.
So most likely. Use all the prize money to pay the families of the people that died? No, he doesn't do anything for a full year. He just goes back to the life he was living, doesn't spend any of the money. Well, what happens to the debt he had with the loan sharks? Unclear. Well, okay then. So then somebody from the Squid Game organization wants to get in touch with him, because it's weird that he's not spending the money at all. How did they get in touch with him? By having somebody sell him a rose that has a secret little card in it. The main thing they know about him is that he's not spending any money at the moment, so they get in touch with him via a transaction. That's right. That works for me. So then there's going to be this big twist where we find out the guy who started the games is that old guy. Oh, I thought he was killed during the marble game.
That was spoiled.
But see, we didn't actually see him die, so he must have had the guard like fire the gun next to his head or something, and Gi-hun wasn't watching. Well, what if Gi-hun hadn't turned his back? How did he intend to fake his death? I don't know. Fair enough. So then we find out the whole reason this guy started the games in the first place. Oh, and why is that? He was bored. Oh. Okay. And so then the old man dies of a brain tumor, and Gi-hun decides to use the money for good. Nice. And hair dye. What? And then at the end, it seems like maybe he's gonna try to take down the games instead of taking care of his daughter. Oh, okay. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like a good series, you know, and you think we can properly translate and dub this thing from Korean?
Ouch.
Yeah, maybe.
No doubt Squid Games is a lot of people's favorite show right now. It is taking over the internet, but there are definitely parts that I did not agree with. It didn't make any sense. Unfortunately, the end was spoiled for me about the old man being the guy that created the games. However, the game that annoyed me the most, the two games, was the candy game And the very last game when they're, not the last game, the second to last game when they're walking on the glass, to jump across the glass, clearly the bars was there to shimmy across. You could have just done that. There was no rules not to do that, and they didn't. And I thought that was kind of weird. This pitch meeting and honest trailer was extremely funny. But let me know in the comments below which one you thought was funnier. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And as always, my name is Will. Don't forget, where there's a will, there's a way. Stay golden, my friends, and thank you for watching.